Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we've got a whole bunch of news, including an answer to a question that I have had for far, far too long, and I am now absolutely delighted that we finally have an answer. So let's start there, and let's talk about Leafeon and Glaceon. Now, of course, Leafeon and Glaceon are the Gen 4 evolutions. You're playing Gen 4. You want to evolve your Eevee, you got Leafeon and Glaceon. They're popular Pokemon. And for that reason, we learned a while ago now, and I do mean a while ago, that Leafeon and Glaceon V would be promos that you would get if you pre-ordered Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl over in Hong Kong and Taiwan. And we were told there were going to be new cards with new mechanics and all of that. They were not just going to be reprints of the ones that came around in Evolving Skies. They were going to be brand new cards, which is excellent news. And then they weren't announced for anywhere else. Every other country in the world put their pre-orders up, and nobody else at all was giving these as pre-order bonuses. And things were starting to get very confusing, and we didn't know what was going on because these cards were just missing in action. They weren't announced for anywhere else. They weren't shown off. It seemed very strange that only Hong Kong and Taiwan would have these as pre-release promos, pre-order promos for the games, and we finally have our answer. Because, of course, the other day I showed you those Leafeon and Glaceon V-Star boxes. The ones where you get Leafeon and Glaceon, and as it stands at the moment over here, that is UK, US, Europe, etc., the only place to get those Leafeon and Glaceon V-Stars are in these products. But as well as getting the Leafeon and Glaceon V-Star, you also get yourself Leafeon and Glaceon V, the new ones, the new versions. Life is good. And then, of course, we had the question of, well, hang on a second, does that mean that over in Hong Kong and Taiwan, these pre-order promos are just these cards, are just Leafeon and Glaceon V? And then we thought, well, hang on a second, maybe that's the case, but don't forget that Legends Arceus, the other game coming up, the one coming in January, that has a pre-order bonus in Japan of an Arceus V. And although it is the same Arceus V, which is now confirmed to be coming in Brilliant Stars, it is different artwork. Not only does it have the stamp for Legends Arceus, but it actually has completely different awesome artwork. And in the set proper, it's nowhere near as cool. And I'm sorry, if you put these cards side by side, I don't think there's much of an argument here. The pre-order bonus from Japan with the Arceus Legends, the video game artwork with the stamp, way cooler than the regular. So is something similar going on over in Hong Kong and Taiwan? And the answer is no. Because we got this image, which is a thumbnail from a YouTube video going up, I believe, on the official YouTube for Hong Kong and Taiwan. And it just shows the cards like normal. They're not alternate art. There's no stamp. They are just ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill reprints of the cards that we are getting in those special collections. And that makes me genuinely a little bit sad, but also a little bit relieved. Sad because, man, this is a wasted opportunity. Again, look at what Japan's doing with Arceus V. But also a little bit relieved because I didn't pre-order these games over in Hong Kong and Taiwan. I did pre-order the Japanese Legends Arceus. Yes, I pre-ordered an English version as well with different pre-order bonuses. I'm a nerd, what can I say? And now I don't feel so bad about it because I'm not missing out on anything exclusive. Whereas if they were stamped, and especially if they were alternate artwork, I might be starting to feel a little bit left out. As a side note, while we're talking about this, since this was revealed, by this I mean the Arceus, I've had a lot of discussion about how and when and why and how and where and all of that it's coming out outside of Japan, and the answer is hold your horses. I'm not sure it is. When it was first revealed, I told you it was a brand new Pokemon V that was mechanically unique and we had to get it at some point. It was a new card with a regulation mark, tournament legal, we had to get it. But it is the exact same card as the Arceus V, which we now know to be coming in Brilliant Stars. That means we don't have to get this alternate art promo that Japan have got. We will have the card in Brilliant Stars. You've also got to bear in mind that this was revealed as a pre-order bonus in Japan a long time ago at this stage. It's been a while, I think, is a euphemistic way to say it, since this was actually gone and revealed, and we have heard nothing. I did my video on this card being revealed on the day it was revealed, and that was the 18th of August. I'm recording this on the 8th of November. We're coming up to 3 months since this was revealed for Japan, and as it stands at the moment, we've heard absolutely nothing. And the game is coming out in 2 months, which I am hyped for. That game looks amazing. But my point is, if this really was going to be a pre-order bonus somewhere else, we'd know about it by now. It's too late, really, to start revealing it as a pre-order bonus for the game. And the fact of the matter is, this alternate artwork uses art from the game and has a stamp of the game's logo, so it's not like they're going to randomly drop it 6 months after the game comes out. This is clearly a promotional card, and we call cards promo cards all the time because they are. But this is, the definition of a promo card. It is used to promote the game. And as it stands at the moment, it's absolutely being used for that purpose in Japan. Incidentally, I keep calling it a pre-order bonus. To be clear, it is an early purchase bonus. The difference essentially is a pre-order bonus, you generally have to go to a specific store and you have to pre-order it in advance. An early purchase bonus, what they basically do is the first X number of copies, I don't know, the first 100,000, I don't know the number, that's a complete guess. But the first X number of copies have the card put in the box, and wherever you buy it from, it will just be in the box. And then after that, they start printing the game but not putting the card in. So you might find that, in a month or two after release, some shops will still have copies with the promo cards, some won't. If you are buying in Japan, do be very careful, would ya? There we go. And incidentally, if it never does get a release outside of Japan, my pre-ordering it from Amazon Japan is going to start making me feel very, very happy indeed. So that's a good thing. You know what else is a really good thing? The Build and Battle Stadium. Now, if you're over in the US, you probably don't know this, but you're pretty lucky. Now, the Build and Battle Stadium, for those that may have forgotten, is that lovely product whereby you get 2 pre-release kits and some extra boosters and a few extra goodies. And up until now, we've seen 2 of these. They came around first in Evolving Skies, and then they came out in Fusion Strike. If you're in the US. If you're in Europe, you've only bought one of these for a massive markup from scalpers outside the US, because these have not been released outside the US. Now, sure, they've been for sale in Facebook groups in the UK, but for a lot more than you would expect to pay over in the US, because people have been importing them and selling them as exclusive products not released in the UK, blah, 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 which I suppose is fair and technically correct. Well, the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is our lovely friend Stephen Kent over at Playscape Games has gone and confirmed for us, and remember, he does run that awesome store, Playscape Games, that I am a huge fan of, has gone and confirmed that they are going to be released in the UK. We don't know about other countries in Europe, I can neither confirm nor deny, but obviously the fact that it's being released in the UK certainly makes it more likely that it either will be released in Europe or the other ones in the future might end up being released in Europe. I don't know one way or the other, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. But they are coming in the UK, and this is a big deal. It's a new product, it's a new thing. Now, for me personally, I don't really care. Not in a mean way, but in a Build and Battle boxes, check my latest opening, I did it on Saturday, it's on this channel. They've not been kind to me, is a very relaxed way to put it. And I don't really want to go and buy one of these Build and Battle stadiums. They're not a product for me. But for other people, they absolutely are. And that is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news. Speaking of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news, if you are over in Taiwan or you can get to Taiwan, have I got wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news for you. There is an event going on. It's not really a tournament so much as an event. And now I'm Google translating this from the official Facebook, so you'll have to forgive me. But essentially, there's an event going on this month, and there's a bunch of different stuff. You can go and play Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. which sounds like a lot of fun. I played Sword and Shield before release at the Pokémon Centre, that pop-up store in London, and took down Nessa's gym, and that was an awful lot of fun. And they're going to have, obviously, card game tournaments, and they're going to have shops where you can go and buy a bunch of Pokemon stuff. There is a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. Oh, yeah. And you also, just for turning up and joining in, you get given a birthday Pikachu. The Classic Collection Birthday Pikachu. Now, do remember I told you that over in Hong Kong and Taiwan, the Classic Collection is not a thing. There is no such thing as a Classic Collection. So what you essentially have to do is buy a bunch of different products. So if you want Reshiram and Zekrom, you've got to buy that blister. If you want Charizard, you've got to buy that playmat collection, and so on and so forth. You've got to buy the right ones. But I also told you that there were 4 cards that were only being released as promos that you would have to go and buy somewhere else. That being Birthday Pikachu, Luxray, Garchomp, and Tapu Lele. And now we got news about how Birthday Pikachu is being given out. And this is awesome. I'm not going to be flying to Taiwan just to try and go to this event. Although, let's be clear, if this was in any way, shape, or form even remotely realistic, you would better believe I would be. But this is still awesome news for anyone that's interested or in the area. And even if you're not like me, it's still kind of a fun story to know about. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We finally solved the mystery of those promo cards in Hong Kong and Taiwan. The Build and Battle Kit is being made available in other regions, and that is phenomenal news. And there is this brilliant event going on in Taiwan, which we popped in on the end of the video because I am fully aware that not all of you are going to be able to go, and it's sad, but I still thought we should have a chat about it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are at the usual stage where I want to know basically anything you want to tell me about anything we've talked about. So go nuts in the comment section, would you? But be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.